Hi Gemini, welcome to Blue Hill Tarot. Thank you so much for stopping. Let's see what the energy speaks to. General focus for Gemini for this week. The date today is June the 20th, 2020. So thank you so much for stopping. This is Blue Hill Tarot. Gemini, what is the energy for Gemini this week? Energy around Gemini. Energy around Gemini. Three of Pentacles, Judgment, and the energy of the Moon. So we have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We have water showing up around some Geminis. We have the energy of being noticed for doing your job. We have the energy of making decisions that may have you sort of scratching your head. You know, there are choices. This is the energy of new phases, evaluating, releasing things that are no longer serving you. So if you happen to have the energy of water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, where things have been, sort of up and down, or right, things that you're confused about, Gemini, you may be making some decisions, up or down, I don't know. But there's definitely an energy of some Gemini connecting around water where things aren't quite clear about what you may want to do. There's also an energy in these three cards about being recognized by your employer, or if you're doing an entrepreneurial job, Gemini, and you're making things happen, people notice you know what you're doing. Seven of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, and the Death card. So there's definitely some of you Geminis who are completing relationships around connections with water, or at least you're taking a pause or making changes. There's also a connection around, tending to your garden, making changes around your personal and professional life. If you're doing something different this week around your job, do what you're supposed to do. If you're trying to make something happen, if you're trying to create something, if you're so you're supposed to be doing something, make sure you're following through, is the message here on these cards. There's the Magician. That could be your boss. It could be an Aries. There's the Emperor, another energy of Aries and your boss, and determination. So I say, Gemini, for those of you that don't have your own business or work for the man, work for somebody else, be sure you're staying in your lane this week. Don't try to rewrite the workbook. Do what you're supposed to do. Follow through on your assignments. Show up as this energy of someone with this great posture, knowing what you're supposed to do, doing what you're supposed to do, being determined and focused. If you are a Gemini and you have the energy of an Aries around you, they're certainly showing up in your life in some important positions. They could be personal relationships, but they could also be people that are fire signs that you work with, especially Aries. If you have a boss or an employer who is, or a peer, that you work with that's a fire sign, they may be more connected with you and what's happening around you at work this week than usual. Gemini energy. So let's see what else shows up here for Gemini this week. The clarity. Your clarity this week is very good. In other words, you need to listen to your inner voice. What you see and what you feel is how things are. Connect with that reality. The Ten of Chalices, beautiful energy of support around your family. The energy of more balance needed around connections with water signs. It's also an energy of, if you have a Taurus or a Sagittarius in your life, you may be sort of wondering what's up with that, trying to find some balance around that relationship or those relationships. Page of Wands is a good energy around successful outcomes at work. There's the energy of a Libra. It's also an energy of fair and balanced outcomes, things that are black and white. You could be ending relationships, or at least taking a break around water sign connections. It is what I started talking about, and we're following through with that. It's coming again. This is the Death card in position 6 with the King of Chalices, which is the King of Cups, which is the King of Water, which represents Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. 9 of Pentacles, beautiful. And here is a Pisces specifically. And wow, here's the Death card again. So I definitely see some of you Geminis moving on from relationships or taking breaks with relationships around water, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Certainly could also be some fair and balanced outcomes around work and money and things that you've been tending to. Be sure that you're following through, doing your job. You are, most likely, some of you Geminis have the energy of fire around you in some way that you are working with professionally or have some type of a connection with. There may be some changes around that. You may be getting poked at, or there may be some, some energies around a fire sign that requires you to, stand strong. Do what you're supposed to do is the message that I'm hearing for you. And there will be good outcomes, fair and balanced outcomes around those relationships, those professional relationships. Just do your job. What else here? I definitely see, for those of you that are looking for, tending to your garden, doing what you're supposed to do. This is the card of the 7 of Pentacles and the energy of the Justice card. Now, the Justice card is a card that speaks to karma and fate. It can be a Libra if you happen to be a Gemini that has a Libra in your life, but it feels more like the message that I'm hearing around you Geminis is, you tend to your garden, make sure that you realize that, you are doing what you're supposed to do. Stop and acknowledge your own power to follow directions and do what you're supposed to. And then you will have definitely received energies of things that are black and white, fair and balanced outcomes. Okay, so this says that things are not going to be blurry around your money, around your job, around what you're supposed to do. If you're doing what you're supposed to do, there will always be, or at least this week, there will definitely be fair and balanced outcomes. Now, I do see some of you Geminis changing something, like I said, about how you're working or where you're working or something around your job. Maybe you have to change your location in some way, or maybe you're adding more responsibility, or maybe some of you are accepting whole new positions. If that's the case, there will be fair and balanced and good outcomes. It looks very positive. And some of you Geminis are definitely taking a pause around relationships with water. I don't know if they're ending or completing for good, but there's definitely an energy of some Geminis saying, I've done everything I can here, it's time to take a break. Or someone that you, Gemini, may be connected with that's a water energy may be saying that to you. That would be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. I do see a very independent, strong energy around some of you Geminis who work with fire. And if you happen to have a fire energy that you're in a personal relationship with Gemini, I see them as very independent. They like being independent. They're very passionate. They like living their own, doing their own thing. And I would say to you that this may not be the week to try to change that. All right, Geminis, have a great week. I hope to see you again soon. And be sure you hit the notification bell so you can hear about any changes or circumstances around my live streams, which I do. All right, thank you so much. Take care. Blue Hill Tarot.